on Money continues here in 790 KABC. Relief finally on the way for babies in need of baby formula after both houses of Congress passed Southern California Republican Congresswoman Michelle Steele's bipartisan Access to Baby Formula Act, and it was signed into law by the president. Congresswoman Michelle Steele is live with us on the air now here on Mottek on Money on 790 KABC. Congresswoman, thank you very much for taking the call here. And give us the big news and tell us about the help that's finally on the way now for American babies following the passage of your bill.
Exactly. As a parent, your number one priority is keep your children safe and healthy. And can you believe the administration took the way too long to investigate Abbott plant that they produce almost 40% of baby formula in America, and you just shut them down and without any finding of wrongdoings. And we knew that when they shut that down, that, it's going to be shortage out there. So this bill actually reduce baby formula shortages, and then actually government transparency. So we know exactly what's coming and what's going on, because government has to let people know, especially parents, don't you think?
Certainly, and it was a shock to hear from the head of the FDA describing conditions at that Abbott Lab plant in Michigan, egregiously unsanitary conditions. Lawmakers at that hearing were shocked again to hear about it. How did it get to that point?
You know what? They heard last September about it, and they just sat on it. And suddenly, February, they said, you have to shut down. So this Abbott plant shut down in February. And then, they investigated. They couldn't find any wrongdoings there. So they knew that this shortage is coming, but they just delayed it. This government, any government, and you know what? They are using our taxpayers' money. They have to move fast, especially baby formula. So as soon as we heard about this news that, we decided the bipartisan bill prevent this baby formula crisis from happening again, and President signed that last Saturday. So now it's into the law.
And tell us about what this bill will do to bring hopefully immediate relief to families looking for the baby formula on the empty shelves out there.
They're bringing from other countries right now, but you know what? It's going to be, this is about the future and proactive bill. And hopefully that actually they let this Abbott plant to reopen, but it takes another 2 months to put these baby formulas on the shelves. So we are bringing some of the baby formulas from outside the country, never done that before. So this is a really interesting case, because when FDA just sat on it for such a long time, this kind of things happen, never let any citizens know, never let any parents know. So we have to fix it. So this is not just that reduce future baby formula shortage, but this is going to give up government transparency. So they let, U.S. citizens and parents know that, what's coming next.
So as I understand it now, flights coming in from Ireland and Germany with baby formula from every source, every available source.
Just for the emergency cover, yes.
Isn't that something? Now, as far as the plant that's been the focus of this, I understand it's going to be reopening next month, right? And what's your understanding of when that plant will be resuming operations and when new shipments will be coming out from there?
It's resuming operations soon, but it takes another 2 months to put baby formula on the shelves.
Now that you've taken such we spearheaded this effort to make sure this never happens again, who should be fired in all this? And what other fallout do you expect from this disaster here?
I think we should find out that, why they were sitting, too long to investigate, and what they tried to find and why they couldn't find anything. And then FDA should explain why this delay happened and what their plan is to make sure these types of delays don't happen again with other industries too. This is not just baby milk, but other industries too. So that's what we have to find out. And I think we should have congressional hearing about this, because this is an emergency. because as a parent, you want to have your children, not get hungry, and they have to be safe and healthy.
What are you hearing from your Southern California constituents? Have there been serious cases of shortages here in the Los Angeles area, in Orange County? And what have you been hearing from your constituents about this?
You know what? People are upset. We have supply chain crisis on the top of it. So shelves are empty, and they want to have that everything moving forward, because this is the free country that, when you go to the market, you have to find something. And on the top of that, gas prices in California, you pay more than $6 for the last 6 months now. The UC Orange County is even higher than any other counties, seems like, except the San Francisco and Sacramento area. And it's going to hurt low middle income class, the families the most. So it's not just baby formula, but at the same time, inflation too. It's a hidden taxes, 8.3% last month. And, when you go to the market, you feel that you are actually paying more than 8.3% than last year. And you hear that Governor Newsom is talking about that they have almost $100 billion surplus, and they are not even suspending gas tax for, that 51 cents per gallon. Instead of that, from July 1st, they're raising to 54 cents per gallon. We have to relieve this kind of relief to California families so they can actually go back and forth to work and home and take kids to school. So California itself, yes, my constituents, they're very, very upset about this whole thing.
Congresswoman, thank you very much for hitting on all the important points here tonight. We do appreciate it, and thank you again for spearheading the effort. The Access to Baby Formula Act signed into law now by the president. That's Southern California Republican Congresswoman Michelle Steele, live with us here tonight on Mottek on Money on 790 KABC.